Hi everyone, good morning to everyone. This is actually the introductions to IoT, Internet of Things. So today I'll briefly brief on the ideas of Internet of Things and also the components and the applications of IoT. So what is IoT? So IoT is actually the concept of connecting any devices to internet and to the others connected devices, so that every single device is connected is able to communicate to each others, and then human can actually generate more constructive decisions based on the data they collected from the sensor. So basically IoT has three main components, which is sensors, processors, and communications hardware. So where is applications of IoT? IoT is actually everywhere around our daily life. So if you look at the example of applications, it could be a part of the wearables, it could be a part of our smart home, it could be a part of the autonomous vehicle, or even under the industrial controls. So IoT itself can be applied to different industries such as medicines, healthcare, smart city, business, and automotive. So in order to do the setup for IoT, we need three major components. First one is about the linkage of the devices, which we would use the networks to connect them together. Then the second one is that we need to have some sort of communication infrastructures to allow the transmissions of data for the data being collected. And the last one will be the application interface to show the data or to present the data to the user. All right? So that's the three main parts of the IoT setups. So for the components wise, IoT is actually can be used as a monitoring systems to monitor the changes of the environments or any data that we can contribute by the user. And then all the data that being collected through the sensor will be sent through the big data or the cloud service through the internet. So, and then usually phones will be the interface that we use to interact with the IoT. So there are four main parts of IoT. So which is collect, communicate, analyze, and actions. So collect is the functions from the sensors which collect all the data. Then we can have the data from multiple types of sensor, and each of the sensor will behave differently, and all this data will be collected and it will be sent to a server through the internet. Then we might need a program or machine learning program to do the analysis of the data. From the analysis or the result of the analysis, we will come up with certain decisions, or we will infer certain kind of actions for the applications. So IoT is not just a result of single novel technology, but is complementary. Is a combination of several technologies together. So that could include sensing, localizations, UI, identifications, or any communications protocol. So one of the very popular applications of IoT is actually the smart home. So we might have the auto lighting system in our home, or we have the surveillance systems at home, or we have the energy saving kind of systems that can control through the apps. So some of the IoT smart projects that's being working in the field nowadays includes IoT-based temperature reporting systems, smart parking systems, IoT-based air pollution monitoring systems. Then after this, you can continue with the watching on the video on IoT, which explain you the basic concepts of how IoT is actually carried out. And then as a conclusions, for today's workshops is to understand the basic structures of IoT and also its component. Later, you can also join us on the workshops on the practical sides on how do you use the IoT. So if you have any questions, you can leave the questions and then we will reply to you as soon as possible.